I am just trying to find the comment section because everything in StreamYard has changed. Look at all the snazzy stuff they do now. Look at that. They all getting fancy. Hi, Omnipotent Mama. It's nice to see you too. Missed you as well. Hope everybody is doing well. Please drive safely. I know we just went live last night. It was fun. It was nice to have some lighthearted interaction, and it was nice. Nice change. Nice change. Had a very busy day today. I'm running around nonstop. Hi, Terry. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Excuse me. Just had to rush around. I just literally got home less than a half hour ago. Oh, my back. Anybody doing anything good this weekend? I'm good, thank you for asking. Hi, Heather. How are you? My apologies if I have met you before and don't remember because I haven't been on in a while. So please don't be offended. Amanda, my favorite person according to Chris, right? I know everything's better on Friday. Doesn't matter what went wrong the rest of the week. It's Friday. I see your favorite person is stalking you again. She's probably in the bushes. Watching everything we do. Terry, take out a big old stick and just whack that crap. Shake them bushes. I don't know why they just don't come out. Like, I really don't. I mean, hate watch? I don't know, I guess. Your lies will always catch up with you. I hope you're well. I guess I should call you what everybody everybody else calls you. What is it? Claymation channel. It does make it for a little shorter of a name, to be honest. So we're just gonna clear up some stuff and share some updates and kind of things that people might not know, but they will know when we're done. Um, I'm not here to bash anybody. That's not what we're here for. Um, but I do want to set some things straight. So when I decided to leave, I left for the good of the people that I was around because they were being harassed because of my Instagram being hacked. Not that there was anything inherently bad in those conversations. Like there was no, oh my God, all the twisted mustache and fucking raking hand things. But it was private conversations about our families, pictures of our kids, things like that. And I had discussed it with some of the people that were in those chats and said, hey, um, this is what I want to do. Hi, JJ. Hopefully, it's nothing that the Colonel will beg me to cook because I just made him eat leftover chicken. But I was very worried because conversations between Euphoria and myself were being put out there. And I believe some between Bliss and myself had been put out. And I was not so much worried about my part of it because I don't care. Whatever I said, I said. It is what it is. It's not like I didn't say it in public. But I felt bad that the people around me were affected because I trusted somebody and I thought they were my friend and they were not my friend. And it led to a whole shit show. So I had a discussion with one of my people and they said, I'm I don't know what you should do. I'm going to leave it up to you. And I decided to say my goodbyes, issue a last, excuse me, issue a last few apologies that I know some people say people didn't deserve and things like that, but I didn't do it for them. I did it for me. Um, they can call that selfish, but because the things I said, although they may seem, and some of them were pretty funny, I won't lie, but it doesn't make them right. So I did decide to block all of them people, and it was not because I didn't love them or didn't like them or didn't want to be with them, but I felt my being here was more detrimental to them than it was helpful. And I had told everybody that if at any point I felt like being around me was affecting other people, that my cutoff game was hard and I would just leave. And I'm sorry if that hurt some people. That was never my intention. Because anybody who heard that live that night knew that I truly cared for those people. And that may have destroyed friendships, acquaintances, whatever you want to deem them. And that's fine. Um, I always respect people's boundaries. So if someone does not want to talk to me again, that's 100%. I would never say, "You have to feel bad, you have to talk to me, I did it for you." That's not it. Um, I was very disappointed in one of the people because when I needed them most, they just didn't give two craps, and that was really disheartening. And then to hear that that person's talking shit about me was even more disheartening because I did not reciprocate with that. That's not what I do. I don't believe in that. But if that person feels like that's their in or they want to do that to get on the good side of some people, then by all means, press on. Um, I was disgusted. I'm not sure what you mean, Stanley. I'm being disingenuous? Like I said, Terry, I'm not here to really rake people over the coals. They have to deal with their own things. I am dealing with mine. Um, so I had an email that I totally forgot I even had, and it was part of that. My apology is bullshit. I can't look them in the eye. They would prefer no contact. So that's kind of a thing I can't do. I mean, I don't have a problem saying it's bliss. I don't have a problem with that. But she just said she was going to do her own thing, and that's fine. I'm going to respect her wishes and not um, contact her. I mean, I don't think it's bullshit. Nothing I've ever done is bullshit. But I also, and yourself and Pretend Fashionista. So someone had contacted me and said that two people were talking to Terry behind the scenes, and there was only very few people that I talked to. And you, I, Jugs, and Pretend Fashionista were in a chat. And when Terry had said in some comments that were sent to me that I ghosted Jugs and all this other stuff, that's not true. Jugs and I had a conversation, and I said my goodbyes to Jugs. Should I have probably done the same thing um, with Bliss, JJ, and Cindy? Probably. Hindsight's 2020. Um, but when you just want to leave and not do more damage, you don't think that way. So, much like I have always done, I absolutely don't have a problem taking ownership of something stupid that I've done. But months ago, 2 months ago, I believe, or a month and a half ago, I did reach out to Bliss in an email, but she doesn't apparently use that email anymore or something. So she never got it. And that's no, issue. Um, what do you mean? She said you were leaving. I never even told Jugs that. Never said a word. All I said was that I was walking away from YouTube, but didn't say when because we were hoping that the person who had hacked my Instagram would not do something stupid because they knew people in those chats were in two-party consent states, and that was dumb. Um, I had a conversation, I think it was probably a couple of hours before my live with Bliss, and I blocked everybody, and I changed the name of my channel. Don't hold me verbatim to this, but it was something like, "I never needed anybody, I don't need anybody now," because I was leaving. Um, after leaving, contrary to what everybody thinks and believes and will elaborate and reverberate and make up what they want about me, um, I was very hurt because after that whole Instagram thing happened, I'm not saying that they did this. This is my perception, my feelings. I felt like everybody was treating me differently. Um, Nobody barely reached out. Hi, Euphoria. I hope you're doing well. I believe I said in my last stream that I felt like a social pariah, and I did because everybody, in my opinion, was different to me in terms of I was not being part of conversations, I was not being part of chats. Um, Almost like you were afraid that I was gonna be getting you hacked. And oddly enough, I understood because I was worried myself. That was no fun to happen. And it really, it taught me a few things, a lot, well, more than a few, more than a few. I do, Amanda. Very much so. But that is just me. I think of a lot of the people that I talk to on here, like my children, not mentally. I don't mean it that way. They're just close to my children's age. Um, Emerald did hack my account and pass the information to Mad Nutter, 100%. Um, what bothered me most was I was trying to get across to people what happened. And was I scattered? Yes, because I had 55 things going on in my head. You know, I didn't want to leave. I enjoyed people. I enjoyed all of you people, even the haters, to be honest, because they make me laugh. Um, but especially the people that I did have chats with. Um, had some, I don't want to say older lady chats, but, with Teresa, I had some great chats about some mutual things we had going on. With JJ, it was nice, to see the things that were going good for her family and bliss with her family. And, Cindy, everybody was very welcoming to me when all this started last year. Um, it is wrong and disgusting. If you want to disclose mine, do what you need to do. But you're punishing people that had nothing to do with anything. Um, I don't know how people could not see that the account was in my name. My name was on that account, my ID. I had what more would you need me to prove? But she was on here under 5, 6 different accounts, fucking smoke something. He was queen of undertubes, and they were contacting me on Instagram, threatening me on Instagram, pretending to be each other. Um, I've showed those conversations. You know, my concern was for the people that I chatted with in those chats. I wish, um, I I don't know Euphoria. It's illegal to hack somebody either way, and that's being taken care of again. We'll talk about that in a bit, but, if anybody can tell you what happened that day, it's JJ, Cindy, Teresa, and Bliss. My main concern was them. It's the most helpless feeling in the world because they're all trying to get out personal photos that we had shared with each other, and I can't even help you because somebody's in my account. And when Cindy said, "Emerald, we know it's you," the person jumped out of the account. If it was not her, why would she jump from the account? And you can ask Cindy, she'll tell you she's not a liar. I, you know, I could dox her right now. Absolutely. Could dox her right now. But what would that prove? That I'm just as big a douche? I mean, I at first operated under the thought maybe she forgot that she was the one who set that up for me, because when it was set up, you know, anything's possible. No, there was never the in our Stanley, between you, me, and Pretend Fashionista and Jugs, there was never anything bad in our chat, and I wanna make that very clear. It was just clowning and joking on people, but I was worried about everybody, and I had no way to get a hold of you, so I asked Bliss, and I asked, "Cindy, anybody, contact these people for me, please." And Euphoria can tell you because she was contacted by them for me. I was like, "Please contact her. Let her know that somebody's in my account. Don't reply, block it, do all the things." Is that not the truth, Euphoria? And I felt so, like, just absolutely helpless. Like, all of these people were about to get screwed because of me, because I didn't know if it was just mine that they could access. I mean, I know we never spoke of anything nefarious in there, but there were personal stories in there, like life stories and spouse stories and kid stories. And I just I didn't want their stuff out. So I opted to talk to Queen of the Undertubes and Smokescreen on Instagram to let them know where they stood, that I did know it was them. I had the screenshots, that I changed my password, and the day that I got locked out, my code was going to Emerald's phone, and then Emerald posted it on Facebook. Not Facebook, I'm sorry, YouTube. And then Mad, Queen of the Undertubes, posted it or reposted it, I should say, on theirs. I just, you know, I wish people could understand what a helpless feeling that is. And then spending a month not saying a word, over a month, almost 2, not saying a thing, thinking if I just don't say anything, if I leave, they'll be okay. It's me ultimately that they want, you know, and that was my thought process. Was it wrong? Probably. But can I go back and change that? No, I can't. It was an extremely emotional night. Yes, you did, I believe you did, Terry. I get very, um, it's a nice way to say it, perclept talking about it, but that's what we're here for, right? So, to be clear, I have not talked to Bliss, Cindy, or JJ in months. I have not talked to Jugs since June. So, when I'm being contacted and hearing that someone I considered a very close friend is talking to Terry and saying that I ghosted her and I did this and I did that, that's a lie. I did not ghost Jugs, nor did I tell Jugs to excommunicate anybody. Jugs was told, talk to who you want to talk to, just don't involve me. That's the exact conversation we had. I am not going to roll with anybody anymore. When I exited out of all the chats that were involved with the other side, that was it. I did not talk to anybody other than if Rhinestone came into my chat, we would chat, but there was um no side chats or anything like that. And then I got sent this thing of um I can't even say it without laughing. Of Chicago replaying my last live and the weird, just the weird of it all. Um it's just weird. I'm sorry for that, JJ, I am. And that's why I didn't contact you, because me contacting you would have brought that back to you. And you had a lot of shit of your own going on, and Not that I don't love you and Cindy and all the rest, but Bliss was like my kid's age, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I reached out to Bliss to tell her what I told her because I was worried when I heard that. But again, I can't go back in time. I have said I'm sorry. I have explained it. That doesn't mean everybody has to accept it, take it, absorb it, do anything with it. But I wanted to be as open and honest as I could. The person that was sending me stuff, Terry, I don't even know. The first email I got, I didn't open because, you know, not to be funny, um, hacking. So I didn't have Instagram. I had ditched my Instagram, all of that. And then literally just kept getting stuff, kept getting stuff, kept getting stuff. So I opened up a shit email, basically, for lack of a better definition, forwarded everything from that email so that if that email got hacked, it didn't matter. And there was a lot in there. Like, I was gone and everybody's so obsessed that's all they can talk about. Like, that's it. Like, people who say they don't obsess about things, I heard my name more times than I have in my entire life. That's weird. That's weird. But then I saw that video that Chicago made, and I was like, "Well, that's kinda childish." You know? Like, you don't know me, you don't know my emotions, you don't know, um, but that was true emotion because you don't have any. I mean, and this is no diss to you, Terry, but I tried telling you before what you were dealing with, and I'm sorry you had to find out the hard way. I wanna be 100% clear. I did not ask anybody to platform me. My exact words were, "When and if I get to the right amount, nice to see you, Tina. I will go live and do it on my own because there's a reason for that." So, the other channel that got banned, um, the person that was contacting me actually gave me a lot of insight on things I wasn't here to know, but now I do know. And um, I've never been so grateful to a stranger. I appreciate that, Amanda. Thank you. It's kind of a weird feeling to say I owe a debt to a stranger. I really, it's kind of fucking weird. But so as we know, I've only been here a little over 2 years now. But apparently, they taught me something. Everybody, you're never too old to learn something, even when you're 56. So everybody who's been playing my videos and laughing and thinking they're funny, the fucking joke is on you because I learned all I could about someone named Charlotte on the web. So anybody who was here before me will know about Charlotte on the web. So I've been doing my jammy jam with YouTube. Anybody remember Charlotte on the Web? I know extensively about her now. It was a real bummer. So, did anybody know that if your channel is banned and anybody plays your content or platforms you, and this is why I turned you down, Terry, no ignorance involved, is gonna get banned, and they've all been reported. So some of those people got those weird emails over the past couple of days from YouTube, and they're trying to figure it out. Did you know that? Correct. It is 100% circumvention. So when I created OnlyHans before my channel was banned. OnlyHans was the channel that was banned, and that's the one they're all playing because I changed the name. It is. It is. Yeah. No, I thought when they somebody said, "Check out Charlotte's," I thought they said Charlotte's Web. I was gonna go watch that movie. So, if you go and you go to the YouTube search bar, you'll see JJ's very good friend who is no longer here. He was friends to Cindy and JJ, and I believe Bliss as well. Real Entertainment? Mm. She went to Rumble and 2 other places from what I understand. So, all those people that played my stuff, the reckoning is coming. It is definitely coming. Yes, that's the gentleman that I didn't know who he was that they were always talking about, but yes, he passed away. I don't know much about him, to be honest. I'd be lying if I said I did. Only the stories that they've talked that he was a really nice guy and I guess got harassed by the other side and things like that. But that's just speaking on what I was told. So if you want real facts, ask somebody who knows. But I thought that was real fucking funny, you know, that and I asked YouTube on Twitter because, you know, I needed to make sure that even if they've been played or they're hidden behind a paywall, it does still matter. Isn't that's kind of a wow. That was like I was shocked. So, Charlotte on the Web, I don't remember the name of the person that she was playing their content, but she got nuked. She got she got nuked big, and she contested it and didn't win because you can't benefit from a banned channel in any fashion. So, Terry, had I went on your panel or anything like that, I could have gotten you banned. A frenemy is always a good thing. So I would strongly suggest all those people that have possess, play, have played, because all the URLs were sent to YouTube. The one time you sent out an invitation and you're glad you got no, right? I'm not saying I didn't think about doing it to the other person, but she's already gonna get it for playing my content, so tomato, tomato, right? You can laugh at me, you can joke on me. I joke on everybody. That's okay. But even though you don't like me, it's funny because somebody I didn't even know liked me. Yes, you can. So if anybody wants the information, I will happily, I don't think I could post it in here, but let me try. Hold on. I'm not sure if I can do it or not. Let me see here because I don't know how StreamYard sometimes, well, before, I haven't been on it in a while. Oh, I even got her other channels, Euphoria. Don't you sweat it, cause she ain't going to she ain't getting away with jack shit. Yes, it could have been dead and buried. Nobody was bothering her, and she can't shut her mouth. Imagine losing a channel with 20,000 plus subs. That's crazy. She came over running her mouth at my channel thinking she was gonna get attention. No, sorry. Sorry to disappoint you. I believe one of my favorite people said, "I'm not gonna give you smoke, so I'm not giving you smoke." Let me see here, bear with me one second. I can't get it to come up here, one second. I have to go into here. So all of these channels that are in here have played, still play, possession of my content. Um, and I'm pretty sure quite a few of these people probably know about Charlotte on the Web because they were around long before I was. So if anybody feels the need to have fun, by all means, have fun. Because every one of these channels has been reported to YouTube. Yeah, oh, do you operate on Puerto Rican time like Cindy too? Tell Cindy she's got to be there somewhere at 10. You better tell her 9:30. And then you gotta make sure her disrespectful internet doesn't screw with her. Shelly is her own problem, and she'll figure that out. She'll figure it out. I don't feel bad for doing it. Not at all. Because the reason my channel got banned was because of fucking lies. She did not own that conversation between me and him, but she tried to lie and say she did. And then the other one trying to strike me for putting out her email when it's her public email. Revenge is a bitch. I would definitely recommend mass deletion. You don't have to prove anything, pretend fashionista. Like I said, that was a me thing, not a you thing. You don't have to prove anything. And if I offended you in any way by thinking it was you, I'm sorry because that was not my intention. I'm not gonna lie, Terry, I was super sus of you only because, like, not to be funny, you and Jugs weren't exactly friends. Um, I haven't like I said, I haven't talked to her since June, a couple days after the Instagram thing happened, and I hope she's doing well. I hope she's doing well and, you know, I've struck everybody's channel. Oh, I didn't see when Jugs and I became friends, it was kind of at a weird I wouldn't say a weird time, but kind of by happenstance. It wasn't like, we ran in the same circles, like you guys were part of the anti-mommy thing. I was never a part of that. You know, all of these things could have just been put to bed if people could shut their mouth, and I wouldn't have done what I did. But you just couldn't stop talking about me. So those emails you got from Google and Gmail and YouTube, you might wanna answer them. Yeah, that dog must be fucking tired. I ain't even playing with you. How's the business, JJ? Is it back up in your own building yet? Not even that, JJ, not even 600 steps. She might be getting 600 keystrokes right now, though. By Christmas, that's awesome. Are you gonna do, like, a grand reopening or anything? You know what I found funny? And anybody can tell me if you would feel the same. So when Chicago starts her video off by, "The past year, it's been crazy. It was self-caused crazy." Do you realize if they had never come in my chat that night, none of this would have even happened? Isn't that just like the craziest shit? If they hadn't come in my chat that night and started that, it would not have started the trickle down that it started. But yet, I'm the villain. That's funny. Everything is clickbait. The best thing I ever did learn was control F in the transcript for anybody. Anybody. It's not even stubborn, JJ. It's just um, some people can stand on what they say that they're wrong. You know what I mean? Like I was kind of upset, with Terry's comments the night after my final stream, but I was like, you can sit there and obsess about it or you can just move on. I like how, we've all said dumb shit. We've all done dumb shit. Um, but not everybody acknowledges they're dumb. That live is not even there. It's still not, it still literally says processing. So unless she watched it last night, I don't know that anything will be there. I posted a thing this morning at like 9 o'clock or something. That shit it still said processing and uploading. It's not excusing the past, Terry. I have said 100%, 100% that I was at fault for the things that I said and that I did. And I've apologized to people that never apologized to me, but it was more because I wanted to do the right thing. If they can live with not doing the right thing, that's great for them. That's how I look at it. Some of the things that have been attributed to me was not me. 99% of the Shelley shit was not me. That started long before I even entered the picture. Her and Jugs were already going at it long before I entered the picture. Um, did I report her for copyright infringement? Yeah, yeah, 100% said I did. True fashionista, true. I mean, Shannon makes me fucking laugh every time I watch that. I've watched it probably 60 times now. She just makes me laugh. Originally, I think it with Jugs, yes, around October. No, might have been around November because it had something to do with, uh, chocolate turkey thing. Her husband was holding a turkey or some shit in one of the lives that he did, and, um, she became part of that stream they did every month in December. What the fuck was it called? Shipmas or something like that? Yeah, I was never part of that Dockety Dozen crap. I'm not into mommy bloggers. I think I don't know what started hers and Jugs's fight, to be honest. I know Jugs told me, but I really I'd be lying if I said I remembered 100%. And then I know Jugs was going at her about sticker cups and snot cups and, um, something else. I just it was funny. It was fucking funny. Um, and then when I saw what she was doing, yes, it's copyright infringement. You're stealing somebody else's work. But then we'll just leave that there with the stealing thing. Um, then it came out, a couple of other things came out about her. Trying to remember what it was. She was like trying to be a baby cursed eye. But the only reason she infiltrated the group that she infiltrated was because Cursed Eye had brought her in, and that was said by multiple people, that Cursed Eye vouched for her and, um, said, "Oh, she's good people, blah, 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 blah." I don't wanna say anything, but Cursed Eye, how's that working out? Somebody'll have to explain to me his breaks for 30 seconds, because when I was watching his streams, I hold on, I'll be right back in 30 seconds. I didn't know what that was. Is that some, like, thing that he did all the time? Is that like a bathroom break type of thing? Are you talking about Shelly, Tina? Sorry. It's so goddamn funny. Uh, Probably, Terry, probably. Now, pretend fashionista, you can steal over $50,000 and it's not a damn thing. Don't don't sweat the small stuff. It's it's nothing. You better watch who knows that, Tina. They'll be asking you to do drive-bys and get videos and shit. You'll be a confidential informant on the Dockety Dozen. Is it Dockety or Daughtry or whatever the hell you say? Who we talking about, Amanda? Snot Cup? Yes, what do they call that? Invasion of the Body Snatchers, right, Fashionista? Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I remember that from like the 70s. Leonard Nimoy. that, that movie scared the shit out of me. I mean, I honestly am excited to see all the repercussions. By the way, if anybody wants to report any of those, you do it on Twitter to the YouTube people, because that's where I've been doing it. And then they email you and ask you details. Because I think everybody should enjoy the fun. And I absolutely am saying mass report. I will use those words, mass report. Yeah, don't tell her that, fashionista. She gonna get arrested. You mean the what's the name of that store? Wayman's or something like that? They don't open the doors, ushers don't walk her in, there isn't a butler waiting for her. I didn't I the person that told me, JJ, told me to do it on Twitter, um, because you get a faster response. So I don't know. If you know a faster anybody knows a faster response, have at it, but that was just what the person who contacted me told me to do because they said it was pretty effed up. I don't care what anybody frowns on Fashionista, that's their views on it, but the people in those particular channels deserve to be mass reported. And you mean the bail money? She'd need bail. She probably got security at her house. Yeah, that's what the person told me, Terry, is that they I guess no, that's their real channels. Um, I guess they monitor that more than any other means. So, pretend fashionista, because my channel was banned because of lies. Michelle tried to say she owned a conversation between me and Roadhog that she did not own, and Shelley not copy privacy struck me in something else, um, for her public email that was already public, and because I didn't have time to dispute it, my channel got banned, and then they screwed with Rebus, like, 2 days later and got him banned when they're doing all this dirty shit in the background. So, when a channel is banned, if you play any of their content, share any of their content, platform any banned creator, your channel will be taken down. So all of her little recaps that I was told about of Homeless for Christmas and all that shit, she's playing banned content. She's gonna get struck a lot. She's not a popular person. What? No, sir. That's horrible. What was this while I was gone, or that is so sad. Oh, no. I am so sorry to hear about that. The loss of a child is nothing to joke about. I don't think somebody would lie about that though, Stanley Cup. He didn't strike me as somebody who would make crap up, you know what I mean? I can't I mean, if he was gonna make crap up, I don't think it would be that. If you're gonna make something up, I don't see the loss of a child being something. He didn't strike me as that kind of person. I don't get me wrong, I did not know him, but I don't see any person doing that. From what I heard, she's still on YouTube. That's what oh my god, I forgot the fucking name again. The Lies channel, Claymation, posted in one of those shorts. Yeah, she did that before too. There was 2 actually banned. I don't know what that is, Terry, I'm not familiar with that. Is that like a creator she follows or something? My issue with her conversation with you was I didn't ghost her. Ghosting is just walking away and never talking to somebody. We had a conversation. So, you know, that's not ghosting somebody. I never heard of those people, unfortunately. I feel like I've heard that foodie chick's name before, but the other girl I've never heard of. But I'm not even 100% on that one. Is the foodie chick the one with the blonde hair that does like the clothing try-ons and stuff? Yeah, I don't know who that is. Oh, it's comment. Yeah, it says commentary channels. Any of them, JJ. Who the heck is the blonde chick? I know Jugs used to watch some blonde lady too. I don't remember her name. She didn't like her, but she watched her. I can't remember her damn name. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. Who the hell that girl was? I know she used to compare her to Shelley all the time. Mm. No, she was some kind of fat influencer or something. Um, fuck, God, she told me about her. Like she's one of those people that try to normalize being like 600 pounds or something. Like, oh, you can be happy even though you're fat or whatever. Hmm. It'll come to me at the most random time. I'll probably be sitting here at midnight and be like, "Oh, blah 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 was her name." I don't know. She watched some weird channels. One of them was like a body part. What the fuck was that? When she first said it to me, I didn't know she was talking about a channel. The foot, no. The ankle. Does that sound familiar to anybody? The ankle. I'm pretty sure that's the one. When she said the name to me, I was like, "What?" I thought it was like all about feet and shit, and I was like, "Why are you watching one of those fetish?" I legit thought it was like a friggin' fetish channel. Like, what the fuck are you watching that shit for? Oh my god, I sometimes I will admit my ineptitude when it comes to stuff, but there was that one, and then there was somebody else that she used to tell me about all the time. It might have been. Oh, really? Maybe that's why. I don't know, she had specific people that she would watch, and it was just the weirdest names. I watched one the other day. The heck is her name? I don't think I can even say it because I don't know if she's Bulgarian or what she is, but Chikara, Chikara something. I know Jugs had given me one channel to watch. She sent me a link to Tiny Anthropologist. A tiny no, it's a tiny anthropologist, Tiny Blue Anthropologist. They all are part of that type of content. I don't get that type of content. I mean, I'm not being a jerk, but I don't understand it. Why are you encouraging people to be unhealthy? And I guess that's what these channels do is they are encouraging people who are super morbidly obese to stay super morbidly obese. I don't get that. It's like a almost like a fetish at that point, I guess. But it's just gross. Don't don't tell people to do things like that. But so that was pretty much what I wanted to talk to you about. And again, anybody who feels like I just exited stage left and did not care, that could not be further from the truth. Um, I cared enough to leave so that everybody else would not be harassed and doxxed and everything else. So, and JJ, if you could just um, let Bliss know that it was not my intention to say her name. I was just saying it because, you know, I was asked, and I don't want anybody to think that I am avoiding anything or anything like that because I apologized to her already in the email. Um, Probably Terry, because those channels were not under my real name. This channel's under my real name. So it's not even associated with the other ones. I appreciate that. And I understand 100%. I hope everybody has been doing well. Nobody, I don't think, will ever understand what went down that day when all that stuff happened with the IG. Um, I don't think anybody would ever want to, but 100%. You can still do it. No, I'm just kidding. I find that hard to believe. Like I said, some of us left and made a positive change, and some people will still be stuck on it. And like I said, I plan on giving her no attention, because she's just not worth it. None of them are, to be honest. If I do come back permanently, it will be going back to the fun streams before the world imploded. Before the world imploded. No, we never did. And not that validation, kratom. I heard you talk about that. That's not nice, pretend fashionista. That's not nice. I know what that is because a Bliss told me. But it was like a little family. I had like some people talk about sister wives. It was sister moms. And then Bliss was like my child by proxy. No offense. I've got kids older than Bliss. Well, a kid, I should say, older than Bliss. And it was fun. My conversations with everybody was fun, not just, them. Had some very insightful conversations with Euphoria, very insightful conversations with Mama. Um, it's just a shitty feeling that people are that low belly to do something like that. It is. And when you think you're the cause of it, that makes it 50 times worse. But like I said, I still don't own a DeLorean, so I can't go back in time. Can only go forward. And I look forward to them getting what they deserve. 100%. And some. 100% and some. Yes, I do. Like I said, I don't plan on doxing anybody. Um, I know by happenstance, I guess, is the way to put it. Um, I won't elaborate on any of that. That's not my monkey. Um, I guess mentally. um, I guess mentally, everybody's a little bit of somebody, right? I just think it's really crappy, and you hope every day that they turn around and change. Everybody laughed and said that, I'll never change and I'll never do this. But yet, after I said I was not going to do it anymore, I did not do it. And I don't want to be that person, but I think that definitely shows character in terms of if I said I would not do it, I would not do it. But some people say it, and 5 minutes later, they're in the fuck shit again. I don't think I would have thought about coming back if it wasn't for the person contacting me. And I'm reasonably sure they're behind the bushes right now because they were the one that encouraged me to do the live and to say what I had to say and let everybody know what was going to go down. And I appreciate that. May never know who they truly are, but whatever. Don't need to. I don't think it was so much to mend fences, but I think this person either, and this is not um, what I would say is bad, but yes, 100%, definitely 100% bliss. But this person was not saying to come back for fuck shit. I appreciate that, Tina. My heart hurt when I had to leave everybody, but this person was not encouraging me in any fashion, and I want to make that abundantly clear. To come back and do a Eat Your Soul stream, to do a I'm gonna harass you stream, I'm gonna do this stream. It was they felt And it was funny because they said they didn't like me. That was funny. That I was that I was not a person that they hate watched, I guess is the nice way to say it. But they felt like I had gotten effed over and that the people who were doing it were getting away with it. And then if they did it to me, they would do it to other people. And they were the one who gave me everything I needed for Charlotte on the Web, told me where to go, who to talk to, what to watch. Literally, not to be funny, wrote it down like I was an idiot because I am when it comes to that stuff, and literally wrote me a roadmap. And I'm not gonna lie, if I'm being forthcoming, um, when they first contacted me, it's gonna sound so crazy. I thought it was Euphoria because Euphoria contacted me when I had said that stupid shit about Marissa. And I was like, is this Euphoria again? Like trying to help me again? Like it was just funny. It's not Euphoria before anybody thinks it's not, but it was just funny because she helped me put me in touch with Marissa to speak to her and make things right for all the dumb fucking shit I did. And I was like, wow, what are the odds you're gonna get two of those people? It was funny. I mean, funny and prolific, I guess, right? This person, I guess, has been around for however long those people were around for. But they said that that was a thing, that 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 was a big, big thing that people started panicking once that girl got banned. They were all panicking, and now I see why. After watching all that shit, that was a lot, though. I'm not gonna lie. A lot to absorb because some of it didn't make any sense. But you had to watch certain ones to make sense of other ones, and it was a lot. But like they say, everything comes full circle. So, whoops, just knocked my doodad over. Hopefully, um, they get what they got coming to them, and you know, I'm not the judge, jury, or executioner by any means, but you know what they say about karma. She rides on a train, and she can be a bitch. But I will let all of you lovely people go. I am going to go decompress, take a shower, and ponder life's meanings, right? We all do that at some point during the day, I think, and see, where I'll end up in this game here. I don't think I will be coming back every day, for sure. I do not have the time to dedicate, ignorance intended, but to what I did before. I'm not here for that. Like I said, if I'm going to do streams, it's going to be lighthearted streams like I had before. I won't be singing and breaking anybody's eardrums, but we will be talking about just everyday things: life, kids, bills, uh, the things we all see on the news that don't make us want to jump countries. And hopefully we can get back to life, back to all the things we enjoyed before all this shitstorm. But I hope you all have a great night. And thank you again for spending time with me. Thank you, Bliss, for popping in. It was really great to see you. Thank you, JJ and Tina and Terry and Omnipotent Mama and Stanley Cup and Fashionista and Amanda. It was really nice to have a conversation, where everybody's cordial. It's a nice change. We only had to boot one person. That's a record right there in Euphoria. It was great to see y'all. Y'all have a great night, a great weekend. I am going to go just chill. I appreciate y'all. Thank you again.